you know it's serious when you bring out this thing, huh? So this is the object for today. Remember, there's a mirror there. So what we want here is an outlet underneath this basin here, because I gotta leave it up because it'll flutter. We want an outlet like right here. Reason for that is this is an outside wall, and so it gets real cold here, and these pipes have been known to freeze up. I actually think it's in the wall, but it won't hurt having something down here. Correct? Correct. So so where are we going to feed this from? Well, you would start to think that possibly, I might as well just leave that there, you could get a wire and go down and come out, which you could do. And there's every opportunity today that I might drill a hole in this countertop, but that's still up in the air. But here we go. We got an outlet over here that I got to get to. So, see, that's there. That's there. It's like that far away. So maybe I'll get Rex the Wonder Tool out, and I got all kind of hole saws and everything here. So I might as well just start making a mess now. I think I got everything I need. Here's Rex. And I got all his special tools and my batteries and chargers and all kind of different things. So I need this. That I've become a real fan of that thing. And I got my special Milwaukee tool there. Okay, so let's get started and see what's over there. Okay! Now even less light. Okay, step one, take off the cover. I'm just going to double check these, see how they leave those screws out. They shouldn't do that. I think this is a backstabbed one. Every time I see these, I hate these things. Alright, well, nothing there. Let's take it out. Okay, we have this out. As good practice, always put those screws in. So we got a relay when we got one in the circuit. Look at all that mess in there. Actually a dead bug in there. Ugh. That'll happen. So I've got to get through carefully. Looks like the wires are coming down from on high, which this is a concrete slab, I think, so that would make sense. And I'm not going to be able to get that box out. I don't think I need to. I'm just going to sort of gently take a hole saw and probe into that. But let's get this powdery mess out of here first. Okay. Cue the sun. So I've been offered these nice work lights, so I can do a little. Let me do your little shadow. Ready? So I've kind of meatballed a guess on how thick this is. So I'm just going to do a little exploratory surgery here and see how far this goes. I don't think I'm in no danger of doing any damage to anything. I've got this on I have these real long extended drill bits, but I didn't think I would need them. So let's just go right here. Okay, and let's get that off, put it in the corner for vacuuming up later. Now let's just poke at that. So I doubt that's drywall. Doesn't sound like it. Nope, it's the back of the cabinet. Cool. All right, that's real nice. So I think we can just go on through here, and I'll be able to tell. Ooh boy, that's particle board, all right. All right, let's see if we can get a fancy shot here of where we're gonna come out. So we're here, and let's see if I can get a little bit more light on that. Now you may find it, I do this sometimes, you may find it nicer to just take this door off, but I don't think we need to do that here. Alright, ready? Okay, so that was the outer cabinet. Now, I saw it move. Double check over here. Let's see where we are. Okay, we're clear of the wires. Everything looks good. Okay. Let's see here. Let's poke a hole in there and get kind of a depth. Sounds like it's right there. Malamar, whatever they call that stuff. It's kind of harder. Let's see how far in we are. Let's move our bit out a little bit more. Okay, and let's see where we are on bit depth. Okay. Okay, well, we're looking good here. Let's move this stuff back here. Alright, so there we are. See it? Right there. Alright. Now notice I watched the battery. I didn't want the battery to hit the wall. I'm in a fancy place, so I can't get too obtuse here. So let's put that back there. And we'll need an outlet. I'm not a TR guy, but that's the way it is here. This is a there. This is a cut above one. It's got the big saddle across the back. It's got the crunchies right there. So up here I have what they call, I think they call this an old work box. I have no idea what I'm going to run into here. So all you got to do is put your outlet box right there, and we'll have to just kind of see how this works. I should have brought my Dremel. I don't know. We'll see. I think there's a hacksaw out there. I'm not above using a hacksaw in case this is too deep. I didn't think we're going to run into that, but looks like we might. Okay, so let's always carry your blue Sharpie in your pocket, a black Sharpie, and you just hold this against the wall here, and you make your little marks here and here and there, and then you can just carry them over. Don't get too fancy, and just make a mark on the other side. You should be able to kind of sort that out, okay? And we can trim it up if we need to. Okay, so that is approximately our box size. We'll just have to see what we get back there. Like I say, I'm not above just cutting some of this off if I have to, because I really don't want it poking out. I want it to be flush, so we'll see how that goes. So let's get Rex out and get some cleaning up done here. Got to keep everything super clean here. So my technique here is going to be Rex is going to start us out. I got to put my ear protection on, so Rex has a little light on her, so that's good. So I don't want much of a hole to get the wire through, but I'm kind of going to need both hands to steer this thing, because she gets a little wild and woolly on you. But there you go. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. I had a little bit of change of heart. I went ahead and cut a little bit of a hole in that just to make sure I don't see any wires anywhere. And so just be careful. I don't feel anything up in there. So I think we're going to be okay. Just don't get too aggressive with Rex. Don't let her pass through and just keep going. When you feel it clear, just stop. And then you can probably just chalk it out with a screwdriver or something. There's no way to kill time, is it? Don't need that because they come with lights on. That's so nice these days. Tools come with lights on. Oh my, this, I kind of forgot how smoky this is. So it's going to generate some. Hope the smoke detectors don't go off, but the doors. Let me make a request here. Open the doors. A very wise person said close the door and turn the exhaust fan on, and then you won't get smoke all in the house. So good idea. Just call me Smokey. Okay. Don't have much to work with, do I? Okay. That's enough, though. I'll probably need to trim that up some. But, yeah, I can feel. Alright, well, let me trim it up. But there you go. Obviously going to have to cut this quite a bit. You can forget about those. It'll be fine because you can attach it up here. It'll be just dandy. Okay. Well, let me work on it a little bit more. Didn't want to make it too big. All right, just trimming now. Okay, so there you go. So I got to go cut this box up, and so I'm just going to use this to do that. And I think I see my depth there. Alright, just going to chop a bunch of that off. It's okay with me. It's close enough. Don't have to use much wire. Okay, so let's cut this up. I'm out here on the porch doing this, so just kind of get out of that room with all that smoke. Made in USA, how nice. This is going pretty good. I'm kind of surprised at how this is going. So, I mean, that just cuts through it like butter. So it's hardwood, but it's working good on this. So, already halfway done. It's only been about a minute or two. Oop, blade's hot. Literally took less than a minute. Now I got myself a little bit of a plate here. So then you can just put all that stuff over there, and then you don't get any more. Be sure and empty your cuffs and put your lizard in your lizard house, okay? And if you know what's good for you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I've got it in there. It takes a little fitting, and I found these 4 little screws here, and I'm going to try to get them to grab up into here to get this stable, and then I'll cut a hole in this, and then we'll there's drywall in between there, and then we'll try to get this as flat as we possibly can. Something's fighting me, but I don't know what. It ain't enough to matter, I don't think. We're gonna pre-drill get some little bits like this, and we're gonna pre-drill these and then just put these in with my handy dandy number, whatever it is, Phillips screwdriver. Okay, that's pretty good there. I'm okay with that. Now the other thing I was a little worried about was the depth of this, so maybe, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I feel certain that's okay, and this is going to be a ground down instead of a ground up situation, because I've looked around and that's the way it is here, so don't want to go against the grain. you're going to need to drill a pilot hole with a little tiny bit, because if you don't, you're just going to chunk this out of here. So you're going to have a little bit of a pilot hole. So do one, and then, you know, get it centralized and in a good spot, and then put it in, and then drill your other 3. Just trust me, just do one and then do the other so it won't move around on you. Okay, so that's about as good as you could ever hope for here. You gotta have this stable, because you know people are gonna be pulling in and out on the plugs. So that's about as stable as it gets. Now drill your hole from the other side so you won't hit the wires. So let's get this little hole saw going. Again, we gotta get that out of there. It's always, they have those things now that kind of self-clean or something, but I don't have them. I got these, and I got these to cut through the bulkhead of a old German car, old 250 SL. So these are the whole thing came out. That's okay. Put it back in again. Why did it come out? Well, it don't matter. So anyway, you gotta get your plug out. Now I'm gonna come in this way, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my wires out there, and we'll have wires coming through here in just a minute. And just always put up your bits, and don't just leave them lying about. Put them right back out where you got them. Okay, ready. Alright, keep that with me. So we'll be pulling wire here. That's pretty good, pretty quick. I'm okay with that. And I'm glad this is under the counter. Maybe we can stack up some toilet paper there and kind of hide that. But that's about as good as I could ever hope for in such a situation. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's clear that out. You can see daylight through there. Okay, there we are. That should be just a nice hole there now. Okay, and it is. I'll be able to get wire through that easy. So it's better to purge out every little bit when you can. That's pretty good right there. That's just exactly what I wanted. So let's call in the lads here for a little cleanup. Okay. Okay, so I'm ready to put some wire through there, and I can just tie into this wire nut there. Make sure power's off, of course. And my gun's been, see, they backstabbed, so I'm stuck with that. So, but I can do the shepherd's hooks here and hook it up and go through. So let's put all this together and stick it through there and make it work. Okay, we're wired up here, so we're going to put this back together, and it'll be just fine. So I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So let's put all this back together again, and be sure and tighten up your screws. Also be sure and do your mathematics. If you feel like you have a whole bunch of outlets in a daisy chain, then make sure you don't put one in too many. Especially since this is, I'm not worried about this one. Just especially if you're going to be running something big. But the only thing that's going to be running here is going to be a light, maybe 2 lights, a lamp and a heating lamp maybe. All right, let's put it back together. I really don't have a choice but to leave that fan on. That's some stinky mess. So this is back together, and act like you've been somewhere and do it like that, or make it go vertically or horizontally. Let's see what we got in here. Alright, well there we go. All we gotta do is what we gotta do here. Let's see, I got one of them there. And I got some of them there. Okay. Got enough of those. That's cool. Alright. Let's see if we can finish this up, turn the power on. And I got this ready to check it too. Alright, let's, I gotta give these a very definite C. I don't like them very much. So anyway, just tool review. I guess it seems to do better on stranded wire, I'll say that for it. Okay, so there's a rule about leaving 6 inches here. I don't think that rule's gonna be much good to me. I think I'm going to do, well, I'm just going to wire it, and then all that's going to be up to you. All right. Now let me give you some other words to live by. When you get these tight, tighten them a couple of more times. You'll find that they crush, the wire crushes, I think, and they kind of work their way loose. And this is not an art fault situation. So be sure that just tighten it, put them back in. Make sure these are tight like you did on your other thing, or not hanging out anywhere, and not causing an arc there either. But just keep going, dancing around these things 2 or 3 times, and make sure they're completely firm. Okay, so I got everything going here. I got that with the J hook. I got those crushed in there. It's the nice thing about these better outlets. You don't have to do a shepherd's hook around there. So let's put her in. Turn her on, test her out. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. Yay! Now that didn't happen a minute ago. A whole lot has happened since we talked last. It seemed like something was wrong, so I was trying to test it, and it was tripping the breaker. And the reason it was tripping the breaker, I believe, was because of this outlet here. This is a real cheap, nasty something, and they backstab. And the backstabs, I think, were arcing, or something went wrong. They're wrong. And so I've just tested both these circuits, and we're going to put it all back together. And if you run across stuff like this, change it for corn snakes. Whenever you see a back, now I actually cut the back stabs and tried to put a shepherd's hook on it, and it still failed. So this thing's failed internally, I guess, because of using the back stabs. Oh geez, always have to be something. Okay, well, let's put it all back together and test it again. I wanted to say one other thing. I took the 2 black wires. One's hot, one's a runner going up to the lamp, I guess, or wherever it goes. But I just made I put all 4 together. It's kind of hard to describe. And I didn't power off of this outlet. I powered off of a wire nut and spread the power equally instead of going through one outlet and into another. And I don't trust these bridges here a whole lot, but they're okay. I mean, they seem to work fine, but I just thought I'd be completely safe and just do it that way. Take the power and don't run it through an outlet. Split it at a wire nut, and that's a whole lot better in my opinion. Okay, let's see if these come on this time. Okay, got them. Okay, good. All right. It's gotta feel good, don't it? Okay, well, that's success. Let's mess with it a little bit. It's fine. Okay. And let's check this one out here, just to make sure. And then, okay, double hot or double good. Correct, it says. Correct. Okay, let's do both of these just to make sure this ain't my place. So we'll make double sure. Okay, so we know we got the 2 there and the 2 there. Okay. All right, and that's all I can do. So give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And I gotta start cooking, I guess, or something else. Drill a hole here. So let's take a look under here. But we're not going to show that. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. We'll think of something else to do later. Okay, bonus footage. So this was one of the reasons for the outlet. Is that right there. See, there's no cord there. I just drilled a hole in that and ran that down, and then we went into the outlet. I just put the in there, and there's a little switch right here, and there you go. And there it is. So that was one of the reasons. But see, you don't see a cord. The cord was going up to this outlet, and it just looked all chalky. So that is just beautiful. Now, I wanted to say this. See, I had to run the cord. There's where the cord came out, and I had to rewire it and make it go down through the hole, of course. So I had an idea to get some fake grass and hot glue it right here and have him a little sprig of grass right there so he could have a little bit of modesty.